Hello. We should be live. We should be live now. Welcome. Welcome everyone. Can you guys hear us? Let's start off
Hello? Have we started yet?
I believe so.
Alright.
Awesome. Then give me 1 second to figure out some last technical difficulties.
Very lively so far.
Yes. Quite.
Can you guys hear everyone on Discord? All right. Or is there?
I think I hear Mohio, but I'm not sure.
I can just barely hear him. Sounds like he's like 3 feet away from his mic.
For all of you watching, can you hear us? Morgie and me.
Bing
Or-
bong. Test test.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 5.
Okay, great guy said yes. Do you hear Mohio?
What time do you go live?
Sounds fine on the stream so far. He isn't. I don't think he's talking.
Well, hello everyone else that has arrived at the Iliad live stream.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. Sorry about the little bit of technical difficulty. We'll be hopefully fixing that pretty soon.
There we go.
Oh, I slightly hear Mohio.
I can hear Gid now, so that's good.
Ah.
I don't know what was going on there. Audio renderer error, of course.
Can you turn up your input volume a bit?
My input?
Mohio?
Yeah. This should help, right? Is this better?
It sounds good for me, but I'm seeing what it sounds like on the stream.
Okay, I'm definitely, so I'll turn it up on the stream. Is that better for people?
It's good for me. I'm a bit loud.
Well, he's like that.
I'll turn down my input volume. Is that better?
Yep, that's much better.
Now it's time for me to scream. So, welcome everyone. Glad you could make it. This is very eventful, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, of course. So, if we could all be heard, then I believe it is a time to actually get a rolling. Welcome everybody to the Iliad Q&A, the first live stream of the year. Of course, because it's a new year, we have some kinks to work out. Hopefully, as we grow and learn, and I become less of a slacker, we'll be able to get much more higher quality live streams out the gate to you all.
Yeah, Mo, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to carry this project if you don't do anything.
True. Yeah. So, how this is going to work, it's going to be very similar to the last Q&A. You guys will ask questions, we'll answer them. We'll start off with the topic we want to talk about and things like that. And we'll try to keep going. Yeah, let me do some more audio adjustments in OBS. That should probably help you guys out a little bit better. It also doesn't help that I'm probably trying to not be as obnoxiously loud as I can be, and I'm limiting myself. But that should be louder for you guys. So, the one thing we want to talk about first is where we're going. We know you haven't heard from us in, let's see, September, October, November, December. You haven't heard from us in at least like 5 months. I'm counting. Counting is apparently not my strong suit. And we want to make sure that you guys are able to get an update on where we're going. So, we have been really busy since the last time we had a Q&A. We have hired, I would say hire, like as if we're paying people. We have acquired new volunteers to help with the animation department. We have 3 new concept artists, a 3D modeler, 2 animators, and let me see, and 1 more mockist, all in total added to the group. Yeah, Gid is just perpetual coughing. So, we always hope that Gid gets better someday. But the goal is that through these things, we can reach out to you guys and let you know where we are. And we spent the last several months building a visual team that we can be proud of, building a visual team that'll work, and building a visual team that might actually get stuff done at some point in the future. We are proud to say that we have made extraordinary progress in the last 5 months. I think Gid can attest to that.
Last 2 months.
True.
Wow.
But building a team takes time, and then getting a team ready to start doing stuff also takes time. But we've reached the point where we've got a couple of concept art out. We've got several storyboards.
And it only took us 2 years.
We also
Very
have
optimistic.
Several environmental designs. I want to say everyone in the team has done a great job, but I especially want to commemorate one person who seems like he doesn't stop working. The Forge of Artaka has been doing an excellent job creating some wonderful pieces of environmental design for you guys to look at.
Yes, he really has.
I don't know how much of what he's done we can reveal to you right now, since a lot of it's, in progress stuff and doesn't look as nice as it could. But as soon as we have something worthwhile to show in that regard, we definitely will.
Yep.
Also, we're hoping that from the first live stream that we had a large influx of people who wanted to join. Same as with the announcement video. So we're hoping we get sort of a similar thing with this live stream, probably not to quite as large of an extent. But if you're interested in joining Iliad or want to find out what it's about, learn more about it, there should be a Discord link down in the description of the video. You can join that, and that'll send you to our public Discord server where we'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
Yes. So as far as I was aware, we have one thing we've stayed kind of quiet on this because we've been formulating our opinion. It's very important that you guys come and join the Discord because we are not sure for how much longer live chats on YouTube will continue to function. If any of you guys know of anything that's been happening in the last couple months with YouTube, you'll be aware of a new addition to COPA, which is the Child Online Protection
Privacy Protection
Act. Yeah, thank you, Morgan. And it's the new terms of policies and stuff that have been applied to YouTube mean that we as a group have made the decision that we will be marking our channel as for kids because we don't want to invoke the wrath of lawyers, even no matter how slim it may be. We feel that since it can easily be stipulated from just a quick glance that anything Iliad might produce in the future might be considered child friendly due to its animation, due to its usage of child products, even though it's for a general audience and it has darker themes and whatnot. We want to make sure that we can still be around to finish the story that we want to set out to remake. So we will be glad to answer questions, but we won't be using the live chat as much because we want to move everyone to the Discord as best as possible. But if you have any questions, we will begin to answer them.
Before we begin to answer questions, I do want to mention that at some point soon, we're planning to release a little bit of material on most of our social media sites. Nothing major, just a little bit of something that we've been working on. In the meantime, what form that might take, we don't know. It could be review of another mock. It could be concept art, or perhaps a small animation of some kind. Regardless, there will be material coming out for you guys to enjoy within the near future. Also, and I know that this has been discussed a lot on the Discord server, the work Discord server, not really the public one. We are considering, we have not finalized the details by any means, but we are considering opening a Patreon. What form that will end up taking, we don't really know, since YouTube developments that were occurring right in the middle of that decision making and kind of slowed us down a bit. We want to make absolute sure that we can produce content before we start asking you guys to pay for it. Of course, we're not saying that you'll have to pay for what you watch, but if you want to support us, we will not allow you to until we're sure that we can do what we're promising to do. Whether or not that means releasing the first episode before we open up any sort of support, we don't know. That's ideally what we'd like to do, but we'd also like to do a bunch of other stuff that we'd need money for. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep. We will be providing news, hopefully, at some point on an update on that area, but we do want to take our time and be smart about it. So, looking through the Q&A chat on the Discord first, going to the first question. It comes from Overlord, Who is your favorite Toa out of any that exist?
Who wants to go first?
Let's make Morky go first. He hasn't said anything this far.
Yes.
That's fair. I'm pretty partial to Matoro for no particular reason. Just because, probably just because he's the savior of the universe, you know?
He fulfills Morgy's lifelong dream of dying.
Yeah.
True.
Alright, who? Gid can go next.
Yes, Gid.
Oh. Well, I'm going to limit to myself to Toa that have had sets made. And for that, I'm probably going to have to say Kopaka because I'm based.
Based.
Also, I'm very unoriginal, just like my Lord and Savior, Greg.
Okay.
And I guess that leaves me. Out of the Toa that do exist, in set form, I do have to say, my favorite Toa has to be the Toa Ignika or Gnika, however you want to pronounce it. I am not a stickler for pronunciations. You know, he kind of lives up. He struggles with living up to Matoro's legacy, which is something I don't think we've seen before.
I hear clicking.
And one of the things that I like to see sometimes is someone struggle to live up to a legacy or struggle to live up to something they thought they had for sure down. So it's always interesting to see from any perspective.
It's a very good question. I guess to extrapolate this a little bit further, what do you guys think your favorite Toa is set-wise?
Like design-wise?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hello,
Just
Con.
kind of the Mar. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
You're really blown out.
let me see.
And you keep cutting out.
There we are. That should be better.
I'm
Okay.
gonna turn you down on your user volume. So.
Oh, am I very loud?
Yes, you keep like thousands of children die every second.
I apologize greatly.
This has nothing to do with you. It's mostly me. Also, your mic is blown out.
Okay, but yeah. So my favorite Toa in set form, I think honestly, would have to be. I think Toa or technically, but not technically. My favorite set form would have to be the giant Matanui, but my favorite Toa would have to be I think the Takanuva, the Titan Takanuva set, because that's a brilliant and beautiful set.
Very true.
Yeah, that Takanuba Titans, that was a pretty solid set. Too bad he just kept on breaking, though. Those joints weren't very strong.
Yeah.
In all actuality, though, I'd have to say probably my favorite set Toa of actual Toa would probably need to be... I actually really liked Nuparu Inika. He was just unique enough from the other Inika to stand out. He had like the whole claw setup, and then on top of that, he had the whole shoulder-mounted Zammer launcher, and that was really, really cool for me. Nuparu was also high up there as my favorite in terms of character, but I do think I have to give that one to Vakama.
Gid, your turn.
Heck. Well, good thing that this was never specified, because I'm going to go ahead and take a Joa from G2.
Ooh.
and I'm going to have to say Kopaka, Master of Ice.
Heretic.
Evil.
Because his shins are unnaturally large,
Oh, okay.
and that's my only reason.
Gotcha. Big boy shins.
He does have those big boy shins, those bell-bottom jeans.
I guess I'm last. My favorite Toa set-wise is probably just Matoran Mari again, because of the mask. Mainly because of the mask. I really like the mask.
Yeah, no, the Matoran Mari mask is a really solid mask.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there is a better mask that Matoran was destined to wear.
True. Alright, what's the next question? What is your favorite flavor of sherbet, not ice cream?
I don't think
I'm very
Morgan can
partial
answer
to
that
orange.
question.
Orange sherbet is very good.
I am
have
too.
I have to agree with Count. Orange is delicious.
I've never had real ice cream, so I'm subject to sherbet, and orange sherbet's very good.
It is.
Morgan
my
is
opinion,
terrified of cows.
Yeah, cows
Sherbet is like
scare me.
one of the few, like orange sherbet is one of the few sherbets that I actually do prefer typically to ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice.
What about you, Mohio?
I think I've only had orange sherbet, so I
Oh.
won't be able to like. But apparently it's orange sherbet 4-0.
Orange sherbet wins entirely, which it's a shoe-in. Is a shoe-in. Orange sherbet is great.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt this, but we just had a question and not the questions. I have it here, Mohio. There it is. Okay, so in there was a crossed out question that was asked by Flux, who had crossed out the question above. Is Gid real? The answer is no.
Yeah, I found
Okay,
it
the
doesn't
next
seem like
question.
he is.
When can we expect the Iliad graphic novels? Wait a minute, this is Shadow.
Ugh. Get him out of
In
here.
response to the graphic novels, they should be coming out tomorrow and definitely do exist.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This is what we've been doing for the past 2 years, just writing graphic novels.
Very correct.
For those of you who do not know, here, let me do something real quick. I'm just gonna, so you guys understand, there is a rare visual of the Gitosaurus.
A rare visual?
A rare visual.
Hardly ever seen. You must be prepared. Not many people are ready for TC to the Gitosaurus properly.
Let's take a closer look.
Of course, just what I wanted it to be brilliant. It decides to not work.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It has struck again.
Classic.
That'll go good in the live stream. The next question we have is from former director and former head of Project Sam. Do you feel that Iliad is poised to become successful upon its release?
It should go crash in a blaze of glory.
It'll be successful for about exactly a week and a half, and then no one will ever watch it again.
Basically.
That's the
I
most
feel
likely
like no
option.
one's gonna watch it for like a bajillion years until we actually like have a follow up, and then people are like, oh, that they decided to go further than one episode. And then
Yeah, no, I mean, the biggest thing is just telling everyone that, hey, this is a thing that exists. It's going to continue to exist. And with any luck, get better as it goes along.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the biggest thing is just being able to get a consistent output, and that's going to be the same thing for just any general fan project. But thankfully, recent things have given us hope as a fan project that things will work out.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not expecting it to blow up or anything.
No,
What's happening?
it's a very niche project for a very niche toy or individual
Exactly.
thing. And I wouldn't expect it to blow up, but I do think that there is an audience for it, and as long as that audience enjoys what we've created, I think we've done a good.
Yes.
It's also our responsibility to provide the highest quality of material that we can. We don't want to simply produce what we're capable of producing very fast and then present to the public, because that would not be fair to a lot of Bionicle fans, and also would not be fair to people working in Iliad, because we've given them and everyone watching right now a promise that we're going to do the best we can as efficiently as possible as well.
Yeah, there's a balance in between time and good work, and the reality of it is that they don't both come at an ease. There's a sign that I saw in a store once, and it basically sums up how we kind of feel about the project in general. And it's that you can have two of the three things for work, but you can't have all three. You can have it be cheap and fast. You can have it be, you can have it be fast and cheap, but it's not going to be very good. You could have it very good and very cheap, but it's not going to be fast. And we could do very fast and very good, but it's not going to be cheap. Currently, right now, we don't have a lot of resources, and we want to get this done as good as possible. So this means that our stuff isn't going to be. It's not going to be very fast. And I think we're all.
In terms of time, and
it's not cheap in terms of time, and we don't really have a budget, which means that everybody is basically doing this as they get a chance to. So
far,
and while
we
it's
have nothing, so it's not very good either.
Well, we don't have nothing. We have some things. The things that we have are coming along very, very nicely, and hopefully you guys will get to see that in a little bit.
But, we have an image from Google Images that we put Tahu on.
Exactly. Yes. Like, you remember that leaked Low Rock 3D model from the Legends of Metro Nui?
Oh, yes, actually.
Yeah, we took it and we photoshopped Tahu on top of it.
Nice.
So basically, we have an entire character design.
Season 2 is going to be epic.
Yeah. It is going to be epic. Because Tahu's going to be in it, and it was in Metro Nui. That was the problem with Metro Nui, in my opinion, is there was no Tahu.
Mm-hmm.
We're upgrading. In Season 2, we're planning to upgrade from MS Paint to Paint 3D.
Yes.
7 out of 10 IGN, not enough Tahu.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah, no, it's a process. Iliad is a process.
We gotta have a Tahu cameo in every episode. In every frame, there has to be a Tahu somewhere.
Don't worry.
Alright.
On it.
Next question. There was a second part of the question. What is our favorite boy band?
Brockhampton.
Personally, I'm a big fan of NSYNC.
NSYNC?
NSYNC.
That's a bold move.
Thank you.
Bold move.
I'm a bold person.
But as we all know, the best and greatest boy band of all time is Several Times.
Can I change my answer?
Yes.
Girl, why you acting so cray? Tell me that you won't be my baby.
Baby!
What have we done?
And look at that, we lost 5 subscribers.
Whoa!
Wow.
That was faster than the whole James Charles thing that happened last year. Okay. Next question.
So that's just topics. Also, my favorite boy band is whichever one goes away soonest.
Right.
Yeah, then you should be happy. Several Times hasn't been seen in a long time.
No, well, actually,
They apparently got kidnapped and then dissipated from the universe.
Yeah, no.
Hashtag
it's
free
really
the
sad
band.
what happened. But I am grateful to say I did see Deep Chris around the corner, actually, from my apartment by the dumpster.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yep, somehow he made his way all the way here from Oregon, which was where they were last seen. But
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, you never know.
Absolutely. You know, those boy bands, they get around.
Yes, they have special portals.
Next question.
When can we expect this is from Great Guy, by the way. the live-action adaptation to be announced.
I thought we already
So-
released that. Didn't you just tease that, Will?
Well, we teased that, but we didn't release it yet.
Oh, that's true.
Well, the live action Iliad will be coming approximately whenever you have a fever dream next.
I think
I'll
it's
be
slated
there.
for February 30th of next year.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, we could push it back to April 31st.
That might work too.
Is that a Parks and Rec reference?
Let us know in the comments what you guys think of the date.
Yeah, I think you just made a Parks and Rec reference.
Moving on.
In general, what do you believe the most exciting thing Iliad-related things to finish will be?
I have a couple of comments on this question. Firstly,
Personally, I'm
spelled
mildly
Iliad
biased.
with 2 L's. And secondly,
Wow.
It's Iliad.
There's nothing in general. Iliad-general and public server, there's nothing here, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
Iliad is going to be great in general. Personally, I presently work as like a director of like media of sorts, so I'm responsible in part for visuals and sound. But I'm more excited about the music part of it, frankly. And I've got a lot of great ideas for music. A lot of it has come out already. A lot of it is worked on. So with any luck, that'll be progressing along very well. On top of that, we've got a lot of great voice talent already lined up. Thankfully, we've got a lot of great people doing that. So
I'd like to put a disclaimer that Khan's comments do not reflect the current state of Iliad.
Wow.
shh, I'm doing the politician thing where I pretend everything's
Yeah.
all right, but it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not.
Oh, heck, sorry. Didn't mean to ruin your act.
No, but in all actuality, though, the entirety of Iliad should be really, really cool when it comes out. We've got like a whole bunch of people working on a whole lot of different things behind the scenes, so it's being checked by multiple different people for quality, and frankly, we're all pretty pleased with what we've got so far.
Yes, very.
I think the best thing about it is that we can't go 2 seconds without arguing.
Exactly.
True.
See,
and
argument is the true, the finest form of fixing every single problem you have.
that's the crux of any work relationship.
Precisely. I mean, tell me that
Um,
you've never argued with a coworker and walked away from it saying, "Wow, I really enjoyed that experience."
This is what I wanted to do today. Yes.
Just wanted to remind people that if you're interested in finding out what Iliad is about, if you've joined the Livestream recently and you want to know more, there's a Discord link down in the description. Feel free to join the Discord server and we can answer any of your questions there.
Yep.
Next question in the thing is, what's your favorite Matoran form? And I'm assuming that that's specifically towards sets, not canonical.
I actually clarified. It's I asked, as in Voya, Metru, Mata rebuilt, and he said, yeah, basically.
That's basically all the Matoran.
Yeah. For me, I know for a fact my personal favorite is still the Matoran. It was the most intricate build while looking the best possible, and it really did just look like a small variant of the Metru Nui Matoran. Like, it wasn't as grotesque as the Voya Nui Matoran, which felt they were a bunch of square parts put together, or even the Tahunga, which were honestly not lazy, but definitely uninteresting as a design. A close second for me, though, definitely has to be the 2003 Matoran builds, but I'd still have to give it to the Matoran.
I personally like the rebuilt because of just because they're really small, I guess.
Small boys.
Yes. Or not the rebuilt, the Tahunga.
What about you, Gid? It sounds like you're going to have a very good opinionated thing about.
Oh, you know me.
Do we? I thought I just met you.
Well, when it comes to different Matoran forms, I have to say my favorite probably Mari.
Cool.
Wow.
That's like the first time Gid and I have agreed on something in a very long time.
I think ever.
And there's been a few things.
There's been one thing, like we both agreed to agree to disagree at one point.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
you both agreed to
agreeing
fire
to
me.
disagree is the only thing better than just completely disagreeing.
That is very true.
Okay, I can't agree with that.
Oh,
I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. Whoa.
wow.
I think I just stumbled into a political tactic.
I think I did as well. No one has to lose anymore. We can just all agree that we
You've
don't
done
have
it.
to agree with each other.
He's solved life's biggest questions.
Wow. What a burden has been lifted off of my shoulders.
I'm so proud of you.
Now you can finally go to the chiropractor.
Yes.
Alright, what's the next?
Hold
Why
on.
should I
Mo
be
Hill
so-
didn't get to
No.
answer.
Next question.
Okay.
Mo Hill, you didn't get to answer the.
Okay, fine.
Matoran.
My favorite is the rebuilt Matoran. They're just
The rebuilt from
aesthetically-
2003?
Yeah, they're just aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
That's
like I said, they were a close second for me, but I like the proportions of the Mari Torin a little bit better.
That's fine.
All right. We got a
Plus, they had daggers and guns.
You
question.
You're right.
okay.
Tom
Next
Chip,
up.
our only moderator, says, "When will I get paid for all the hard work I do?" Okay, listen, son, you're a wage slave, and the wage is more whipping. Okay, you're here to do our bidding, and that's it. You don't have payment. You'll be lucky to get food this week. Okay, get in line.
Yep.
For your stamps. Get it? Because
Exactly.
we're giving you food.
Spencer Strong asks, "When do I get paid?" Up soon,
Never.
I promise.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get the check out.
Right now.
A
It's in the
full
mail.
5 cents.
Money's calling.
Okay, here's a good question. So Mid has asked, what do you believe the theme of Bionicle is that can be seen throughout the whole story?
Probably
So-
just the three virtues. I think that's one of the consistent themes, but that's kind of a cop-out answer.
By the way, guys, go subscribe to the TTV channel. We are not sponsored by them. Please do not take this as an endorsement.
And don't forget to sign up on those message boards for a chance to enter your mock in to be featured on Ven's show.
If he ever gets back to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, either the three virtues or just hope in general.
Yeah, no, and that's really cool thing that I just wanted to put out there is that the three virtues were like emphasized at different points in this story. Like the theme of the Mata was just always unity, and then the theme of the Metru was almost always about the characters. I mean, it was still somewhat about unity, but it still seemed a little bit more about duty to me. Like some of the characters were in it for the wrong reasons. Some of the other characters were kind of feeling like they were taken for granted. They needed to realize that just because they were Toa, they weren't supposed to get anything out of it. And then at the end of it, they change into Taraga to keep on fulfilling their new duty as the island's leader. And then when the Voyam Nui comes around, it's basically all about destiny as Motoro gets closer and closer to saving the universe. So it makes me wonder almost if that was intentional along the entire way of it. Like if the original, if Greg and all the other people who wrote the Bionicle story, if that was like an 8-year plan or something like that, because Bionicle wasn't supposed to go that long. But it wouldn't surprise me if they had mapped something out. I know a lot of writers, a lot of showrunners like to do stuff like that.
Let me.
I think that the main underwriting theme of Bionicle is, at least for the first 8 years, is trying to get your dad to wake up.
On Christmas morning.
The struggle.
Dad. Santa
My
came.
dad hasn't waken up for 8 years.
He said
my
he was
dad's
just
in a
going to
coma.
the cigarette store, but he
No,
never came back.
my dad's not the
The
cigarette,
cigarette
store.
store.
He's
My
at
dad-
a he's at a
store.
place called a house.
Yeah,
At
my
least that's what my mom called it. It didn't look like a house.
More like a barren wasteland to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's at the soup store looking for clothes.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
There's just more soup.
What do you mean there's more soup?
My next. This is from Mind Soul.
Let me
It's a.
crack my story, Knuckles. Let me. This is.
Yeah, you gotta get a couple
I
punches in
forgot
there.
Mohio had an opinion. Sorry.
Oh wow.
I keep forgetting.
It's because he's so quiet.
So
Yeah.
the theme of Bionicle, in my opinion, throughout the whole entire story, is free will. It's the consistent theme throughout all of it. We see it a little bit sprinkled in the first year, with the first couple of years with the Borok and the masks that take over people and take over the Rahi, that take over the Borok, where they're all connected and they're forced to do this thing. Maybe they want to do it, maybe they don't, but they're constantly on that mission, on that task that they've been set. We see it when someone like Liwa, he gets forced to do stuff he doesn't necessarily want to do. We even see it with the conflict with Takua that he has. Should he do what he wants, or does he have to go take the Mask of Light to go fulfill his destiny? Is that what he wants to do, or is that just what he was supposed to do? And then we even see it a ton later with Madanui, that where Madanui tries to fight Makuta, and Makuta feels like he's overthrown what he was overtaken what he was forced to have done, and fulfilling his own idea of what needs to be done in this universe, taking out the person who was forcing everyone to live a certain way, going around doing what he wanted. But in the process, he kind of forced all the Matoran and all the Rahi to do everything, so he kind of defeated his own point. He thought he could do things better when he wasn't under control of anyone, but in reality, he just made the whole situation worse. Without going further into depth, and we'd be here all day, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
That's a really interesting take on it. Especially because the way that you see it, it seems like you're suggesting that free will isn't always a good thing, and I think that's very true. I think that if I was being puppeteered by someone else, quite frankly, I'd probably do a better job of most things. But yeah, no, I definitely think that free will, especially after you explain it, is a very good point in the entire Bionicle story. Okay.
I have to agree with Khan when he said that free will isn't a good idea, because if we didn't have free will in the work server, we'd get it done by now. You guys are so lazy.
You're right.
Next
Okay.
question by Mayan Soul, brand new member. My next question is, why Gid killed me the second I came to the server? It's an initiation.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yep. Don't worry,
Yes.
you've been brought back to life. That's par for the course. The question is what side effects you'll be experiencing. You should be getting those in 2 to 3 business days. Don't worry, they're not fatal, and if they are, we will help you again.
Yes. No guarantee though.
We'll give you a complimentary mint.
Yes. And it will be on your pillow. Don't ask how it got there.
Sakota asks, question, has there already been voice acting recorded, or will that happen later?
So real quick, before we answer the question, just gotta call this guy out. For those of you who do not know, Sakota is the creator of the Bionicle 20th anniversary project on LEGO Ideas.
I think everybody knows that. He's pretty well known at this point.
I think everybody knows, but we still gotta give him credit where credit's due.
Apparently,
This man has either one of, if not the closest and fastest projects to reach the 10,000 subscriber requirement on LEGO Ideas. So, I mean, of course, it all breaks down to the whether or not LEGO is going to accept it, but I think all of us appreciate what this represents and what he has done for the community. He has brought us all together under one sole goal, and it was pretty spectacular to watch. If you were a part of it, thank you very much for contributing. If not, you can definitely go and check it out. It's still on Lego Ideas under the completed projects, but definitely go check him out. He also has some other really cool stuff like Bionicle Lego sets that were also posted to TV. This man is a master with bricks. So, okay, I was wrong. It's not the fastest. That's Minecraft, but I think Sokoda is definitely still one of the fastest up there. But keep in mind, competing with Minecraft in like 2011, 2012 is not easy to do.
True. But, yeah.
I should point out that we are not officially endorsing Sakota or anyone else. This is Khan just praising him. He's gonna be offering a sacrifice later.
Yes.
Sakota's question was, has there already been voice acting recorded, or will that happen later? Well, Sakota, if
Yes
you're
and
interested in potentially doing voice acting, if you know someone who does, we are definitely still taking auditions. I would like to also point out that most of the auditions we received have not flown with our casting director, who has violently gagged at most of them. But feel free to send your auditions in if you're interested.
It's very blunt.
You know
No
me.
messing around, yeah.
Yep. I will say though, there are like a few minimum requirements that people want. Is that we need decent quality mics, like mics where you can't hear it, so not the kind that I'm using right now.
Or I'm using.
Or I'm
even
using.
Yeah.
Or any of us.
Yeah, so like
If you have an accent, that's a good question. Most of our cast is either American or British thus far. This is not based on our specifications, it's just who's we received.
Or European.
So most of our cast has an American accent or a British accent. I'm assuming that most of our audience will be expecting American accents just because, that's the standard nowadays. But if you have a German accent, or if you have a Danish accent or a Spanish accent or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're a good voice actor, if you can do good voice acting, we can use you.
Right. We can expect there would be like regional differences in different areas of the Bionicle universe. Like everybody who's on Voya Nui may talk a different way from people who live on Mata Nui, different from people who live on Mari Nui, or actually Mari and Voya would be pretty similar. But forgetting that, no, the reality of it is that there's definitely openings for all sorts of people. Don't let accents, or even if you don't think you have a great voice, it's only what you can do with it that really matters.
I personally think we should enlist Sakota to be the only person for the German dub of Bionicle Iliad. What do you guys think?
So do like kind of like a Tony Wedgwood kind of thing, where you do like the Toa Mari commercial and all of them are the same person?
Yes.
This is going to be probably about as glorious as the Flash animations for Bionicle G2.
By the way, if anyone here knows Tony Wedgwood, bring him in. He needs to voice Brutaka, as he says it.
Brutaka.
Like, can't you just imagine, like, Tony Wedgwood going around as this giant golden being on Voya Nui just killing everything?
That would be terrifying.
That would be Brutaka.
Great guy.
Exactly.
Great guy.
Good idea, Sakota. Sakota says that he'll do it exactly like the G2 animations, which I wouldn't expect anything less, to be frank.
Great guy asks, are there plans for translations in subs or dubs? No, not currently at this point. We don't have enough
The thing with the translations is there's a lot of languages out there in the world, believe it or not. There's not just 5. It's quite shocking.
Yeah.
And
we don't even have enough to
when it comes to translating, there are a lot of language barriers to cross over. Who translates something like Chinese? There's a gigantic amount of hurdles to go through for that.
As much as I hate to say it, the chance of getting a dub is next to 0. Subs are a little bit more likely, but I wouldn't expect anything better than Duang, at least unless we can get some decent translators on it. Again, it all just depends on what type of audience we can get. If there's going to be translations for subs or dub, then hopefully we can have people who are either bilingual or at least somewhat familiar with the languages.
maybe one day, if when we're a big shot and we're making tons of cash, just wads of it from Patreon, we'd be able to hire people to translate stuff. Maybe one day, but unlikely.
So, real quick, question in Iliad General, more relating to the live stream itself. Is there going to be like a summary posted on the fan server about what the entire stream was about, or is the live stream going to still be available afterwards, just saved on our channel, or how's that all going?
Yeah. So there won't be. I don't think any of us are gonna summarize in general. What's been going over, you can watch it in your own time. I think is how we'll do it. Maybe someone, aka me, will put up timestamps to conversations and topics. But other than that, it'll be saved on our channel as soon as I can work up the nerve to go through that process.
He's not a fan of it, if you can tell.
But yeah, well, you should be able to have stuff for that. Next question. Do we have another question?
There was a question. It was not posted in QnA. Well, why didn't you post it in QnA? It was posted in Iliad General. Would there be any sort of summary of what's been gone over?
We just read that.
Yeah,
I'm very smart. I promise.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems, at least for the moment, that questions have died down. Do we?
Is anyone willing to check the YouTube live chat to see if there's any questions there?
I've already taken a look. I haven't seen any.
All right.
I feel like we're in the wrap-up thing of our live stream. We've answered all the questions. People have laughed.
We got through all the current questions. If anyone else has any questions that you're interested in asking, go ahead and ask them now. Soon we will not be taking any more.
Like 3 minutes. Come up with the best questions you can.
Should I do the dreaded @ here in the live stream chat?
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, now it's scaring me. It's telling me that I'm about to mention 40 plus people.
Do it.
There are no consequences in the online world.
Haha.
Hold me off to jail. See what happens.
What's the best type of cheese? Non-existent. Cheese sucks.
I
Then
never
I'm like the
eaten
worst
cheese.
person to talk to because
I am going to kick you out of the live stream chat and screw everything up on account of how you're the one hosting it.
No. It comes to the fact that I am allergic to cow's milk, so most cheese is a no.
Oh, bruh, I am too. High five.
I am only mildly allergic to cow's milk. I get breakouts. That's it.
I could die.
I can comment on the best type of cheese. The best type of cheese is
Limburger.
Pohatu
The war has
asks,
begun.
why am I here?
You know, I ask myself that every day. I still haven't found an answer.
Yeah, Pohatu, you're here because you signed a contract for us to use your likeness in Bionicle Iliad.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that. Thank you also for your soul. I'll get in touch with you later.
Yes.
Prisoner of Daxia, otherwise known as Polak. He's one of our staff members who's very much real. Least favorite staff member, probably Gid. That guy sucks.
Gid is probably my least favorite, but he is also probably
too.
my favorite. It's an interesting, unique relationship.
Okay.
Drywall. Let's go.
Drywall. That's the most important one. Any update on voice actor selections yet? I applied like half a year or so ago. Yes. I will be doing a formal response to voice actor selections through DMs for people. At this current point in time, we are not actually when we opened up auditions, we believed we were further along than we actually were. So we haven't had any need yet to use voice actors. But we will be responding, and we will be hoping for We will be
I'd like to
hoping
put
get
another
back to people.
that Mohiel's response is not going to be a confirmation or a denial.
Yeah, it's just feedback. Tips
We're
on
going
how
to be
you can improve.
reserving our final thoughts on people for voice acting when the roles are officially announced.
Right.
From what I know, our casting director has been very not pleased with the selection of people he's received thus far, and that's also included me. So
Nothing
I was
personnel.
trying to give you guys a better chance here, and
Yeah, not even Gid can make it.
yeah, it went south fast. Another question from Ed Vicor, who is part of the Iliad team, asks, "Have we acquired any more animators?" Well, we acquired
Technically, yes.
one.
And then we lost one. And then we
got him
acquired
back.
the one we lost. So yes, we've acquired a net total of one new animator.
Although there is also interest from some of the people in there in learning how to use stuff. So
Yes.
with any luck, we'll have new animators as well. And we're definitely always looking for new animators. So if you think you could help out on that front, we're not going to turn you away, most likely. But
I do want to point out that if you're asked to be an animator or a modeler or a writer for the script, that we've already set a lot of the style and theme of Iliad thus far, and we're probably not going to be changing the style or the theme for people who join it, for any real reason whatsoever. If you've got a poor reason or a really good reason, we've already set in stone a lot of the material we're already working with, and we're probably not going to alter it immediately. The reason I'm saying that is because of the scriptures we've received since the last live stream. A good number of them have decided to rewrite episode 1 the way they want it to be, just to see how it looks. And then got kind of offended when we didn't change everything. So just wanted to put that out ahead of time. We're probably not going to change everything on a whim.
Yep.
Next question we got was from Great Guy. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your favorite number?
6.
7.
131.
No. He's not asking what your favorite number is. He's asking how much you like your favorite.
Number from 1
Oh.
to 10?
No.
Yeah,
I'd say
a 6.
131%.
No.
I like my number a 6 out of 10.
No. That's Great Guy. Great Guy's asking on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your favorite number out of those 10? Follow
I misunderstood.
I think
is asking how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how favorite is your favorite number? And the answer, of course, is 0.
I like 6.
On
And
both of them, I'm going to say 131.
yeah.
Of course. Any thoughts of showing unusual cameos? Yes.
There have been many thoughts and many already planned out cameos. I'm happy to announce.
Yes.
We understand that the Bionicle community is a fun one, and a lot of them have created memes and such outside of the original story of Bionic. And we plan to acknowledge those without changing the general story of Bionicle. So just keep your eyes out as the episodes come along. There could be fun little things in there.
I should point out that it's not all of those. If you made
Not
your own
all of
personal meme in the last 5 seconds and you want it featured, sorry.
You mean this isn't going to make it in?
No.
This?
Alright.
Yeah, sorry, this isn't going to make it in.
My mom and me when I get a participation trophy for living.
Wow.
There was another question by Pollock. Leaf lettuce or shredded lettuce on sandwiches?
Leaf lettuce. For sandwiches, leaf lettuce. For everything else, shredded lettuce. But leaf lettuce on sandwiches only.
I will
I
have to agree,
deliberately take my sandwich apart, separate each individual ingredient, and eat them separately. I scrape off the mayonnaise.
That is like the single most...
Iliad is typing. Iliad itself.
Whoa,
Oh, man! I forgot I made that sentient.
You forgot?
But yeah. this will wrap up the Q&A portion of this live stream. We will any future questions we'll take into account for the next one.
That's right. And if you've got any questions about Iliad itself, feel free to join the Discord server. There's a link in the description of this video. We will be happy to answer all of your questions and ignore the rest of your existence.
Hopefully the next Q&A will be sooner than 4 months. We do have plans to do. We have plans, not confirmation, nothing of the sort, to do something in the beginning of March to celebrate having survived 1 year in the public. But we'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, I have an image here, not final whatsoever, but a little teaser of stuff to come.
I'm curious as to what this could be.
Along with Morgie and Khan, and we and Gid, and we will see you all next time.
Hold on,
So long,
hold on,
folks.
one moment, Mohio.
No, wait, no. Okay, shoot.
I do want to acknowledge this one question from the incarnation of Iliad, otherwise known as Bedax, who is the best mockist we have. He's great. He asks, any thought on how some people will feel when they see the figures with clipping? It's noticeable in a few teased videos. It's noticeable with every single mock we put out. If you're not aware, and surprisingly, a lot of people weren't, Bionicle Iliad characters that we have produced thus far have an absurd amount of clipping involved with the pieces, and this is specifically done to irritate everyone possible. So now that you're aware, you have become traumatized for life, and you're welcome.
You know, if that question was coming from anyone other than Bedax, I would be very scared right now. No, but in all actuality, though, yeah, there is a lot of clipping on our stuff, but we do think that it's just to overall improve the designs of everything we've got.
It's not because we're lazy. Definitely not.
But it's also because we're lazy.
Both true.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's it, Mohio. You want to now officially wrap it up?
Yes. I'm Mohio along with Khan, Gid, and Morgie, and this was the Q&A session for January 11th. Tune in, hopefully one day, to see more exciting new things, especially like the one I currently have on screen. See you all next time.